my coffee. Alright, so welcome to the morning call live analysis. Today is Wednesday. I hope your trading week has been going fine. I hope so. Majority of the distribution in the market will start seeing them from today, like you all know, right? I always tell you this. So, no matter how your week has gone, you still have a lot of opportunities that will present themselves, and so you can leverage on them, alright? Okay, without further ado, let's just go straight. Starting off with DXY. DXY has not really done anything interesting or whatever. It hasn't. And like I said before, during the last time that we met, I clearly stated that I will be avoiding the USD pairs, especially most of the USD pairs. Maybe before the year runs out, I might not even trade any one of them because the year is coming to an end, and majority of these pairs they begin to misbehave, badly. But for USD, for DXY, we can see that it's still very bullish. What it did this week was it covered the opening gap here. So there's an opening gap here that market left, you know. So price covered the opening gap first before continuation upwards. So today, or probably to the rest of this week, the target might be that price wants to come to this level. Yeah, it might be that it wants to come to this level, given that this level now has become liquidity. You can see this like this. So this has become liquidity, or we can call it a liquidity zone. The price might want to revisit. Alright. So, and the reason why I'm marking this 2-hour order block, yeah, is because there's a fair value gap here. Let me just show you. There's a fair value gap there. Are you seeing it here? So there's a fair value gap here. So I'll be expecting the price would maybe drop to the downside, and then we can then see a continuation on DXY like that. And besides, it even aligns with that level here, aligns with the dealing range when we want to define, okay, is it in premium or discount, you get. So I think it does. Yeah, so the POI is rightly in the discount level. So hopefully DXY comes there, that would be an extreme level or a perfect level to buy and take a continuation from. So that's for DXY. Then for AUSD, and also even that same level, you can see it coincides with this key. Is a key level, it coincides with this. Alright. Oh, so the next one, moving to the next one, we have AUSD. So AUSD is just doing the same thing that DXY is doing. And for us to see this price action, you can see how choppy it is. So as it's choppy like this, what I'll be expecting will be price should sweep it all. Maybe it's waiting to trade into a key level in the higher time frame. Oh, it's even there already. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's waiting for. Let's check the daily time frame first. Can we use without you? So it's traded into the daily fair value. Hold on, let's confirm something. Yeah, so you can see it has traded into the daily fair value gap, and it's supposed to continue downwards though. Yes, but we're looking for continuations, levels where we can wait for the sale continuations. And to put that into perspective, I'm saying these highs that have been created here, they will be cleared out, or they should be cleared out. You get, they should be cleared out before price down finally. Yeah, before price finally do what it wants to do. Alright. Yeah. So this one has become liquidity and price trading into this supply zone here would make EUSD at an extreme level and a perfect level to sell from. But we don't know when that will happen. I'm just dropping the projections out or down for EUSD. Then for GBP USD, I don't know. Yes, it sold yesterday. Something happened to GBP. GBP was weak yesterday, very weak. So you see that maybe all those trades with instruments with GBP something, GBP AUD, GBP NZD, GBP, you know, like that, JPY and the rest of them. So they sold because of the fundamental news that came out supporting GBP. Alright. I can't live without you. So that's it for this one. But I want to mark the POI that I can use. So let me mark the POI that we can use. So for GPUSD, right, we can see that the last block of structure is here. Normally I'm supposed to use maybe liquidity concept on this, but I wouldn't, because there is a gap after the break of structure here, and this signifies me to use a breakout block, but I won't be able to use a breakout block also because there's no failed order block here. It's supposed to be this sell candle, but it was mitigated here, and I thought you already what to use or what to do. When you have a case like that, you can wait to sell when price comes into the other block in front, like that. I think I got a message like that yesterday. Yes, yesterday. The person was asking the trade I posted on my TL that yeah, I've noticed that most of my trades don't usually have liquidity sweep or those things. That how that's what I've been explaining for some weeks now, and also I'm still saying the same thing now. So, given that this reconstruction has a an imbalance or fair value gap after the gap after the break of structure, I don't expect price to sweep liquidity. I only expect it to rebalance the imbalance. So if price comes in on GBPUSD, I'm going to take or look for a sell continuation from there, right? So that's it. I'll look for a sell continuation from there on GBPUSD. Then for this is gold. Yeah, so I told you guys already that we're going to be buying gold from here. Already our first position is still running. We bought due to the these are original buyers. It's just because of this daily fair value here. So when you look at it from the daily fair value gap like this, right, let me show you what I mean. So when you look at it on the daily fair value like this, you see that okay, price has not really changed the structure, but it looks like a pullback. But it's not everybody that will see what I'm saying, no. So to now put it into perspective, I remember drawing a trend line, because if I want to draw a trend line now, I want to take into consideration the levels where the break of structures are and check for the origin that push price away from there. So you see this break, you can use this low. Hold on. And there's no way that not to use. So you have. Can you start from here? So you have this. All of these are internal structures. So then you have this again, right? all of these are internal structures, all these ones are international, then you have this again. So it makes the swing point and then just pumps away. So if you see it, right, this is it. It's still making the swing move, alright. This doesn't justify that gold should buy. No, I'm not here to justify or tell you that okay, I expect that gold must buy. No, it's just my own projection that I expect that gold should still buy until it breaks off from this present trend. But the point where price is presently is very pivotal, is important because this is the daily favor. It's a very daily fair value that price rejected from, and it rejected. Okay, so like I said the last time, I'll repeat it until price comes out from this low. That is this low that created a rejection. I would not look for sales yet. So until it does that, I'll continue looking for buys. Alright, I'll continue to look for buys. And that's why we have our buy position here. Have a buy position here. Okay, so that's for gold, by the way. Then for NZD, this guy was supposed to sell. I remember we marked it on Monday. I wanted to sell down to the sell side liquidity here, but unfortunately we didn't get tagged along. It just, bro, just boom, just went off without tagging us along at all. Crazy stuff, man. But not so, no problem. We will get other trades, certainly. So we'll get other trades definitely. So, and even if we don't get any other trades, there's no problem at all. No wahara there. So that's for NZUSD. And you see the way NZUSD is right now, right? It's selling deeply because DXY has been buying, alright? So now that we're expecting a pullback, this price action here is too choppy. I don't even, to be honest, I don't know where price wants to like pull back to, or where I want to expect price to pull to. You know, that's one thing about me. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm not going to try and force a bias or force something. If I don't know it, there's no need. I don't know it. I'll leave it and come back another time. So, from what I can see though, I can see that there's, if you go to the lower time frame here, this other block here will be a break of structure level. Let's see 2 hours first. Traveling afar for your glory. So there is a break of structure here. I know there will be a break of structure here. So this is the 4-hour other block, by the way. So you can obviously you can see how choppy price is, and in cases like this, especially in cases like this, I wouldn't expect price to just move without sweeping liquidity. So what I will tell you now is that price has to do 2 things. Number 1, it has to either find its way up to this level and sweep liquidity here, or number 2, it has to engineer liquidity before moving again. I repeat, 2 things that I expect price to do in cases like this when it is choppy. When price is choppy this way, 2 things. 1 is either it goes up and sweep this liquidity here, alright, sweep this liquidity here, or before getting there, as it's just going up like this, you can form it close. So it might form it close to this other block, right? That's the PO right there. It will engineer liquidity, then take it out so that it can continue. 2 things. I know one of these 2 things should happen. You know why? Because I said when price is trading like this, especially when it's choppy. When choppy means it's not giving a clean direction. Direction is like like let me give an example of a choppy market. You can see this whole move here. This whole move is choppy. You can see no single move, no single move up or no single move down. It's choppy. So in this case, liquidity must be swept. And you see the way it just dropped and cleaned all this liquidity there. Alright. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to communicate. Another case is this. This is it here. So you see the way price was moving here. See the way price was moving here, right? It's choppy, and so price has to just take it off. But look at the difference. I want you to see something. Now look at the difference between this price action and this price action here. Are you seeing the difference now? You see the way this dropped, retraced, drops again. So this price action is different from this type of price action here. Usually I like trading this type, but once you start seeing this type of price action, that is, I mean this type, once you start seeing this type of price action, just know that liquidity is soon to be swept. Okay, so it's just clustering. So in this case, again I repeat, you see that price comes up, sweep the liquidity from the previous high, or it engineers liquidity by engineering. Engineering is the form. So it either engineers liquidity by forming in another what's it called now? It forms another liquidity spot. For you to better understand, this thing, which is engineered liquidity, you can go and check Kelvin Sterling's YouTube page and search for engineered liquidity. You should see it. It's something you would to educate you, something you like, really something you like. So you can watch it and get educated on engineered liquidity. Most of this concept, or most of this stuff that most of them have explained it already. Their YouTube channels and all. Just there for you to watch. So just watch it. You watch the Techris videos, Kelvin Talent videos, FZ. There are many of them. So just you watch them. It won't take your time at all. Common, and the rest of them, right? There are many. So just find them, pick the one you want to watch. You don't have to watch movies every time, right? And let those technical videos be your movie. Sometimes out the way. So this is ADUSD. Now for ADUSD, right? Another annoying part was we were waiting for a sell on it. I was really waiting for a sell on it. You can see that the alert was set down to go off when it crosses 0.65521. But funny how price came there, or rather price just moved away without tagging me along. So I've had a lot of trades that are unmitigated this week. A lot. I was checking how many trades there are. A lot. They've not been mitigated. They just left without mitigating. So I'll still be on the lookout to see if it will get there, and if it gets there, I'll take a sell from there. Alright, that's on AUD USD. Already, I'm expecting that most of the USD pairs should pull back, but take into consideration it might not pull back up onto that level. So we have a fair value gap here. Right? So just be vigilant, and one of these levels should be respected. The data price pushes up to this level, or you respect from this fair value gap here. Alright, why am I tagging out the fair value gap? It's because of this trend. I told you last time that if we draw a trend line and the POI is outside of the trend line, that POI most likely would not be respected. So point is, if you get this POI, which is the fair value gap here, and you start seeing rejection, fine, you can take a sell. But the moment you see price closes above, like it closes out of this trend line and all that, then we might not see it continue in its sell again. So that's one thing you should put into consideration on AUD USD. Next is USD CAD. See the way USD CAD is moving. It's just, this guy is just pumping up and pumping away. So I think I'm just going to delete most of these alerts because I don't think price to pull deep down into these levels again. I'm not sure at all. I'm not sure. Price has left us behind. So we'll go to the next one and see. Because for this one is very bullish, given that the last break of structure is here. This is the last break of structure, okay? And we cannot use that one really because it didn't give us a swing point, like a swing low. We can't use it. So the real one that gave us a swing low, like really, is this and this two. So even if I thought that I want to like mark anything, this is the one I have to use for valid break of structure. I have thought valid break of structure a couple of times. So this is one I would have to use for a valid break of structure, meaning this is the one I would now use to determine the premium and discount level you get. So if I'm going to do that, you'll see that the POIs above here, they don't really fit in for a continuation. No. And I don't know, I'm not expecting any news that is going to push USD yet. I don't know, I'm not expecting anyone. So there goes the conundrum that comes with USD first, especially during Trump era. Crazy guy. So but just know the buyer, your direction is bullish. Anything you want to do should be inside that line. Then we have USDCHF. So you see too, I had a mistrade again here too. Price didn't mitigate, or price didn't tag us along, so I'm deleting it. Really good now when we've deleted now. It's going to like 4 now. So this one too is also bullish. You can see also the same price action that I'm talking about. It is choppy. Cases like this, liquidity needs to be served or liquidity needs to be engineered. And let me see the 2-hour time frame. So to me, from the 2-hour time frame, the last break of structure I can account for is here. Yes, I can account for this break of structure here. What is this now? Here. So this is the last break of structure I can account for. If I'm going to do that, then I can do this too. So anything I want to do regarding USDCHF to buy should be everything below discount level here. And even this discount level is still choppy. You are seeing it, right? Everything there's no valid POI to use there. In fact, the only thing that is valid to use here is like this fair value gap. The fair value gap that is just below inside this guy here. I used to cover the second candle completely in fair value gap, so that's the only POI that is there, that is without all of this rubbish you get. So, and you might be surprised because the thing here is, for you that trade 15 minutes, you trade the minute time frame. It's okay, very okay for you to like take entries from where price is right now. But I'm a swing trader, and the minimum holding days I used to have, probably some of them maybe 4. If I'm lucky that it's 4. Most of them is, it enters the next week. So that's why you see most of my entries are usually at extreme levels. So price pulls back extremely to certain levels before I then enter the trade. So you should not be thinking that, oh, but we are seeing this. No, if you are seeing it, take your trade. It's very important that you take your trade. If you are seeing it, take your trade. Alright, I'm a swing trader. I hold trades for a very long period of time, and that's why you see that most of my analysis are like that. I hope you get it, right? So to proceed, so that's on USDCHF, meaning that my own projection on USDCHF is to buy it when it comes there to that level later. I get some kind of DMs like this that how do you know that this is like this? Why is that you usually have a different view? It's because of this. I'm buying at extreme, I'm selling at extreme levels. Maybe when everybody has been taken out, when people are not really looking at what is really going on again, it doesn't all just come in. Usually. So another thing here is if you look at 4 hours, where can you see is the last block of structure? I can't use this. I can't use this. And if this is the last block of structure, where can I use as the origin of that block of structure? Here. I'm only breaking it down this way for those ones that don't know how we make the analysis. But for those ones that know how we make the analysis, most of you know that this is how we do it. I just tell you, identify your trend using the higher time frame like H4. Second thing is identify the last break of structure, the valid break of structure. Then the third thing is identify your POI below that valid break of structure or that origin of the break of structure. So point I'm trying to make here is you have a trend like this that's valid. You know to break of structure tells you your trend. So what I'm telling you is once you see a case like this, right? Identify the last break of structure here. Identify the last origin, the origin of that break of structure here. Then your POI should be what? Below it. That's all. But I'm not trading this the way most people trade it. I'm not trading it like on the minute time frame. I'm trading it from the hourly time frame, which is 4 hours. So you see, it might take time before it forms there. So you get the gist now. I guess you get the gist now. So that's on USDC by the way. So proceeding to the next one, we have USJPY. God is able to do just what He says He will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. So this is USDJPY. And on USDJPY, after the break of structure, there's a little fair value imbalance after it. And so in this case, I don't really expect liquidity to be swept. So I marked this one during the last. I marked it during the last. What is it called that we have? During the last morning call that we had, right? That's when I marked it, and I told you that we'll be using we're supposed to use the breaker block style here. But if you can remember, we couldn't use it because if I were to use breaker block here, think about it. Let me show you. So you want to mark the last or the failed breaker structure. Sorry, the failed order block, which is like maybe somewhere here. Maybe you drag it up. The reason why it's called failed is because it was not mitigated. But in this case, you see it's been mitigated, and so I told you delete it and then you mark the other block that is in front of that level. Alright, so that's why we're using this level on USDJPY, and to check it still corresponds even with the structure itself, because this is just another block rightly placed where we have fair value gap, and also it still also corresponds with the premium and discount levels. So you see the POI is rightly in the discounted level. Are you getting it now? So you see, when we make decisions, we're making them calculated decisions. We're not just making those decisions because we just want to make them. Alright, very very important details. Okay, so proceeding. This is USDJPY. So we're waiting for price to pull into this level, and then we'll buy from there. Okay, so don't forget, just remember. So that's USDJPY. Next one we have GBPJPY. Remember, I told you that all GBP they are weak. Yeah, all GBP they are weak, and so you can even see it again right there in your front, or right there in your screens. Seeing JPY, that's GBPJPY. You see how it's sold. So that's as a result of the fundamentals that came out that it was not in support of the GBPs, and so caused it to sell hard. Hold on, I want to I want to plug my router before it goes off. I usually forget to plug this thing. Alright, plug it. Ouch. Oh, one of my best songs is playing. I love this song. Forever, you're too wise for mistakes. You are a mighty God, perfecting all your ways. You are here before the first breath, and you'll be here when nothing else is left. You are a mighty God, perfecting and always say ought to be. So this is GBP JPY, like we said. And so let's just go into it and see. Last break of structure is here. Okay, we have a lot of imbalance, a lot in this level, so just expect one of them to be filled. Okay, so this is the one I will even tell you to be on the lookout for. This one here. Oh, you love me. I think this morning I woke up, I saw myself singing in the dream, and that's why I woke up. I've been singing up and down. It is well. So you see what I just did, right? I had to draw this trend line here to help me validate, or to help me, let me use this word, reduce, mitigate the POIs I want to use. So I might be looking forward to look, okay, let me wait for price to drop outside. No, but since I've drawn this trend line now, I know that okay, my POI is everything that is inside the trend line, inside it, not outside. So it gives me a view, a perspective that I don't make mistakes. Alright? Yeah, that's too wise for mistakes. So that's GBPJPY, by the way. Then the next one we have should be on GBPCAD. Already I told you, I said look at, most of them are just doing this. And very important detail, the last session that we had, right, let me just jot this one out for you too. So the last session that we had, I made mention of something. I said that for these guys, I'm expecting price to like pull into the key levels like this. Alright, to pull into the key levels. But if we draw this trend line now, you can see that the only level that will support this price action will be this fair value, if price wants to get there, like if price really wants to get there. Okay, so we can go down to 2-hour time frame now. If you see what's going on in 2-hour time frame now, we now have type 2 displacement. Type 1 displacement is like this. You have a sweep, and then you have a drop, and then you have a move like this. For those ones that don't understand, let me just do it again. So you have a displacement that looks like this. So price sweeps, price, okay, let me just do another one. So price breaks the previous high, drops, and then pull. This is what I refer to as type 1 displacement. But for type 2 displacement, it's like this. Price does not have to, so let me just do it so you see it. So price does not have to break above a previous high. Nope, it just does something like this. So instead of it to break the structure downwards, it leads to a change of character. So when it leads to a change of character, as long as it does not, now this thing I want to see is very important. As long as it has not mitigated the hour time frame POI, when it did this, you can buy the change of character into that. You can buy the change of character, right, into the hour time frame POI. Are you getting it now? You can buy it. You can buy it into that level. So you buy it like this. I'm ready, I'm grateful. So something like this, right? You then buy it, and then you can then sell when you are done with it. So it's the same case that we have here. So we have type 2 displacement. You see the way it dropped, then pull back, then fail to break structure this way, but instead break structure above. And so what do? You buy when it comes down. So you can buy this into the higher time frame key level and then take it again downwards. Are you getting the point now? Shouldn't be that hard. So let's see. Normally you're supposed to have bought from here. I marked this for you guys last time we analyzed. I don't know if you took them, but this is what you were supposed to have done, like this, and then you buy to the high that you already have. Okay, but not to worry, since you are just seeing it now, you can still do the same, like this. We'll still leave the high there, but we're not going to leave the stop loss there anymore, because if price drops below this, it's invalidated. So something like this, yes. So this is like a 2 hour trade. If you want to take it, you can take it. I'll take it in my own firms and my accounts. So I expect it like to go up. Let it at least get to this high. Do you know what this is? I explained it when I was analyzing the DAO USDJPY. Where I said engineered liquidity. Okay, that's why I said you should go and find Kevin Sterling's video on engineered liquidity. You will understand it better. In the video, one thing that he reiterated, one thing that he kept on saying is, if you have a POI and you want to use POI is rightly placed, maybe premium or discounts, whichever, but that POI does not have a liquidity. It does not have any liquidity close to it. Usually, price will form a liquidity, and so in this case, what we have is, okay, there's a fair value gap here, right? Let me even see the 4 hours. We'll see the 4 hours. Okay, so it's the same thing. So there's a fair value gap there, right? So point is, this can now be an engineered liquidity for this level to drop down. By the way, so entering this trade is just 3 hours alone, just 3 hours. You take it to that high, 3 hours alone. If it gets there, fine. If it doesn't get there, still fine. Alright, so I want to take the trade now, so pardon me while I take the trade. I don't know how to sing again. I used to know how to sing a lot though. I need to clear my voice, go for a voice training again. GBP no. So GBP CAD. And this thing might even be long. It might be long. This buy might be long. The way I'm seeing it, I don't want to work based on just calculations. I like working with confirmation. So stop loss is 1.83477. I don't know if you heard that. I want to adjust the stop loss because what I'm seeing in my MT5 here is not making any sense. Put stop loss at 1.83454. Let's change it. 1.83454. 83454. Yes, done. Okay. 83454. Take profit is at 1.84959. We singing. This should be Marvin Sapp. Smoking awful. Oh, this was when they were still singing songs. 298. Okay, let's use 10. So I'm buying and I've bought. So you hear the sound now. I'm trying to set my stop loss and TP. So you pay attention, you hear the sound now, you hear pa. Done it. So I have done that. And we are in the trade. And so let's see what price will do. Hopefully it goes along in our direction. Alright. I can delete all of this. So move on to the next. This is GBP CAD. Let's see from the daily time frame, because I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that this buy might be a very long one, by the way. Hey, voila. Maybe like something we don't save liquidity. Can't they run the go up? So let's see. Let's wait. Alright. So the next one we have here is GBP CHF. Now I had a trade here on GBP CHF yesterday night, but I hit a stop loss That's why you see this P right here. I use stop loss here. I use my phone to analyze this, So I use stop loss here, but I'm not going to be taking the trade again. I'll just leave the trade to go because to me it's no longer valid. Alright, to me it's no longer valid. So I'm taking my L and I'm out. Looking at it like this, it still looks like it has potentials of going up, by the way, but I don't work that way. I'm not going to. I don't work with something looks like it will still go up. No, I work with confirmations. Okay, it's supposed to do this because I have this. So even if I take a loss, then I understand that this is the reason why I take a loss. Alright. So I'll skip this GBPCHF for now. I'll skip it to go to the next one. So on GBP I have a bias on GBP to buy, and the reason is simple because first off, let me show you from the higher time frame. So from the higher time frame, right, there are various fair value gaps that have not been mitigated, but the one that is even of my own concern is this level, this key level here. We can use it as a breaker block, you understand, right? Because this one was not mitigated by anything, so it is a failed order block, right? Now that's my own level, and that level that I'm like really concerned with, you get. But putting that into consideration, that's one, that's the higher time frame key level. Now so when you drop down to 2 hours, I told you countlessly that two breaker structures tells me my trend. So from here I can see this is a breaker structure 1, and also this is a breaker structure 2. Okay, so two breaker structures, I'm already anticipating that this trend should be what? Bullish. Second thing I taught you how to tape read price is the kind of breaker structure that we have will determine the next move of price. And from this case, the breaker structure that we have here does not have an imbalance, does not have an opening gap, does not have the fair value gap. It has a breaker structure that looks like a sweep. So price what? Close back inside, looks like a sweep. And what did I tell you to anticipate? That price will sweep liquidity in that case, since it does not have an imbalance and it needs to rebalance. So in this case, price came back, sweep the liquidity here, the previous low which is responsible for breaking the structure. You might not be seeing it clearly. Let me open it so from the 1 hour time frame you can see. So it came back and it has swept through that low, and now I marked the what's it called now? I marked the 1 hour order block here. I'm not covering all of this, no, because my system allows me to just use this one alone since it's single. So I'm using this POI here. So if it drops now, if it drops away from here, then it is no longer valid to me. Alright, and fortunately, this one is fortunate, no unfortunately. So fortunately for us, price is still at entry and has not gone away. So for those that are interested to take the trade, right, you can take the trade. The entry is still, price is still at entry. It will even give a better entry than mine. My entry is at 2.00783, but where price is right now is on 2.00717. Alright, then the stop loss to be used is 2.00395, and then the take profit is just 5 hour, I guess. Okay, it's not even up to 5, it's 4.63, 2.02585. So that's my bias. That's what I'm going to be doing for that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing for that. So I'll just wait a few minutes for you to take the trade. I'll wait a few minutes for you to take the trade. Okay, alright, I'm coming. So you guys should take the trade. I'm waiting for you. Okay, so I guess you guys are taking the trade already. So I can proceed with what I'm doing, right? So that's for GBP AUD. So move on to the next one. We have Euro JPY. And for Euro JPY, price is bearish, obviously. And I also had a sell limit. So you can see sell when it crossed here, but it didn't mitigate. I don't know. Many of these things, you see, this is like the fourth or the fifth one we deleted this morning. So I have had to delete this morning. So many missed trades. Well, they're not really missed. It's only missed when you don't take it. Unmitigated is the word. A lot of persons confuse it. They say, I had a missed trade. I had a miss because price missed your entry. It's not missed. You didn't mitigate your entry. That's a different thing. It's missed when you did not execute and price mitigate your entry. So in this case, we have let's break it down. We'll take our time to break it down. So to break this down, I can see this break of structure here. I don't know if you are seeing it, but that's what I can see. I can see that there. And you drop down to 2-hour time frame. Okay, I guess you can see it now, right? So in this case, what I'm going to be expecting will be very different. But I need to confirm again from 4 hours. I'm working with this to do time frame, like, okay, yeah. So in 4 hours, there's even a fair value gap right there also. What I wanted to mark 4 hours as addition to the same thing. So there's a fair value gap here. So when price trades into it, then we can start looking for a sell continuation on that level. Do you understand, right? So we're just going to wait for price to like trade into it, and then you can take a sell from there. That's on Euro JPY. So then the next one we have is on Euro AUD. Euro AUD also missed my entry. I think right now you should crown me the lords of mitigated entries. This is the seventh one we're deleting now. This 6, I think 6 or 7, I don't know. It just leave me, they go, no wahala. But I'll leave this one alone, I'll leave it because for me to delete it, it means it has formed a 4-hour structure. But here it has not formed any 4-hour structure, meaning it has established a low and a high. But here, this low here and this high are only established in the lower time frame, like 1 hour. Let me show you what I mean. So 1 hour. So you see it in 1 hour. You can see it clearly that that's a structure that has been formed in 1 hour. But when you go back to 4 hours, it's not a structure that has been formed in 4 hours. What I mean is, you can clearly see that this is a low in 4 hours, this is a high in 4 hours. Break a structure, you can clearly see all of them, right? You can clearly see this is a low in 4 hours. You can clearly see that this is a high in 4 hours, and then the break downwards. So these are structures formed clearly in the 4 hours. So but here, this move is just one. I hope I'm communicating now. So the structure that will be formed in the lower time frame, like the 1 hour, is not going to be valid to me to be used, or to be able to use them in the 4 hours. I need it to form completely. So given that it has not formed completely, like the low and the high in the 4 hours, it still opens up this level for a play to move continually, to move in that direction that I'm expecting it. So I will leave it and I will not delete it. Alright, so that's on Euro AUD. Are you getting it now on Euro AUD? So then to check NZD JPY, NZJPY. Now this is one I can tag as a missed entry. I missed this one. Then crazy things are happening. I missed this one, and it was on Monday. I think it was after the morning call that we had on Monday. I realized that, oh my god, it's like I missed a trade. Crazy. It was after just minutes, because if you check it, look at it. On Monday we met around, like, around that 6-7 o'clock. So you check the time that I just got mitigated. This one is usually forward. Golo. So the entry was given here. This was the entry. This is 5 o'clock. This is 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Exactly 7 o'clock. We were live around that time. So I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it. So this one I can tag as a missed trade. So those ones that you guys used to tag, I missed this trade. No, those are unmitigated levels. Price did not mitigate your entry, so it's not missed. You didn't miss your entry. This one now is a missed entry because it mitigated the POI and left. Okay, so that's NZJPY, by the way. It's bearish, and I can delete this one now. How many I don't delete now? 6, have you? Oh Jesus, have mercy. Some weeks are just like that. Some weeks are like that. Some trading periods are like that. So you might be thinking that, oh my god, maybe you trade and it happens to you often like this. Don't feel you are alone. No, it happens to even the best of us. I'm not saying I'm even one of the best. No, I'm saying it happens to even the best of us. It's just like some people, when they're taking loss, they'll feel like, oh, they're just the one taking the loss. They're doing something that are wrong. No, even the best of us have losses, and losses upon losses. I mean premium losses. Losses that if you take, you might not even be alive. Honestly speaking. So you should understand that that's the reality of trading. There are losses, and then there are profits. Or your own job and your responsibility is to make sure that your profits outweighs your losses, using the risk to reward system. So very good. That's why, even if you have a 40% win rate or 30% win rate, as long as your system gives you 3R, at least 3R, not less than at least 3R, with the 30% to 40% win rate, no matter how, you come out profitable. You come out profitable. But these are the things that people don't understand. They are trying to chase a high win rate, which is okay. If you can achieve that, it's amazing. It means you know what you are doing, the in depth, and you have been able to coin a way to go around it. Okay, but if you know that your win rate is falling below between 30 something percent to 40%, you only need 3 hours to stay positive all the time. All the time. All the time. That's why I'm not usually, I'm not usually furious. Maybe when I take losses or something, I'm just calm because I know my win rate is okay, and my risk to reward the least is 3 hours. So I know I will always come out profitable, even in terrible market conditions, because I don't risk more than my appetite per time. I work with a plan. So if it's in worst case scenario and just taking losses and losses and losses and losses, it will take up to like 15 trades for my account to be obliterated, for my account to be no more, for us to do RIP to my account, up to 15, which is a crazy thing, by the way. So just think about you taking 15 trades and all of them are losses. You go almost run mental. So that's just it, right? Very important to pay attention to risk management, just the way you pay attention to studying your structures and your directions. So that's on the NZJPY. I've marked out the fair value gap right there. Why did I mark it out? It's because I looked at the daily range, that is the previous high that I can use is here, and then there's a low here. Okay, so I already seen it. I didn't draw it, but I've already seen it. So from the 4 hours I saw it already. So that the fair value gap is sitting right inside the premium level, so it's okay to sell from there, alright, upon confirmations and mitigations of that level. So yeah, so that's on NZJPY. Then we have EuroGBP. I had a loss on EuroGBP. I had one of the losses on EuroGBP also. Remember on that Monday we were analyzing, we saw a double top and price shifted here. So many things that price did, but it didn't sell. And then take my loss, and then I moved on. Alright, so price now has changed the structure, and the POI that I can say we're going to use will be here. This is really extreme, and I like where it's seated. I like it. It might take time to get there, but when it comes here, I will buy from here. I know it might take time. When I mean take time, it might be till next week before it even comes down to this level. Only if there is an extreme high impact news that will push price down ahead, that before we can now see it down here this week. But if that doesn't happen, it's still next week. So, and if it comes there next week, I really will buy from there. I will buy from there. Okay. So that's on Euro GBP, and then for Euro CHF, this is another one I have to delete the the buy limit. Oh Jesus, you guys are counting it right. This is number 7. Mitigated levels number 7. Crazy. So why am I deleting this? Because the 4-hour structure has been formed. I just explained the structures that need to be formed from the 4 hours. That if the structure is formed in the 1 hour and is not formed in the 4 hours, I will still wait for the ones in the 4 hours to form. In this case, 4-hour structure has formed clearly. You can see it clear. You can see all of this. You can see this the high. You can see this the low. So you see these are structures that are for, okay, this one even swept liquidity here before even moving. So this 4-hour structure has been formed clearly, and the level where I'll be waiting for a re-entry will be this sweep of liquidity here, and I'll use it as a Quasimodo. Yes. So let me go to 2 hours and make it more detailed. So yeah. So yeah, I'll make it more detailed like this. So price, it should just in case price trades back into this level, and we are going to buy from there. Yeah. So Quasimodo, that name usually just amazes me. People that trade Quasimodo, they try. The name is interesting, Quasimodo. So we're going to buy from here. Okay, let's set our alert. Or maybe the trick is to not set alert. Since all the ones we set alert for, price just run away. So buy EURCHF. Yeah, so I've set the alert. If price comes there, we're going to buy, and we'll see how far we can go with that. Alright, so that's on EURCHF, by the way. Then we have Euro NZD. This one just gave us small TP 5R alone this week. If you did not take the trade, I don't know what I used to hit your head. We held the trade from last week, and we took our profit, yesterday. So easy. We will not steal much on this one. It's bullish now. Price is going up, so we'll just skip. By next week, we should be able to get re-entries on it. Okay, so that's on Euro NZD. Then on AED/JPY, I think this one don't really leave my entry again. So I had a sell bias here. I went deleted because the price comes way up to the hold on. Structure has not been formed yet though. I'll just leave it alone. But I don't think price will, if price comes here, it will scatter that place. I'll delete it. The structure has formed, and the structure has not formed completely in 4 hours, but what I can see clearly is price is now bearish. Obviously you can see it now. You can see how bearish it is, given that the last structure from the 4 hours is here. This is last structure from the 4 hours that was defining the uptrend is here. Last break of structure, the last origin of the break of structure here, and price boomed downwards. So I'm guessing price just wants to continue, and the level where I would expect a very good continuation will be here. Is my comfort. You show me close. So that's AGPY. Trade into this level and we're going to sell from there. Alright. Then for NZD card, I don't think I've had the POI for this one for a while now because it has been ranging. Remember we marked it. We marked the range on Monday. Yeah, on Monday we marked it as a range, and that's what it has been doing since. That's what it has been doing since. So we don't know. I think price will just most likely price wants to trade back into it. Okay. And in this case, I can see unmitigated POI here for 4 hours here. I just delete this thing that was indicating a range, and then I can see breaker structure here, and then origin of the breaker structure here. This one does not have a gap, and that's why I'm doing this. And so the continuation for sale will make more sense when it does this. Yes, you understand, right? Okay, so that's on NZD card. Then for what is this NZD CHF? Man, this NZD CHF was annoying because I sold, and just moments after I sold, and then I saw it. The next time I checked it, I saw, wait, this motherfucker just dropped, and it went straight to the TP. So another thing, this is one of those things. It happens. So, but for now, it's now fully bearish. I need you to know that it's very bearish now. As price went back to mitigate a key level. This is a break I broke. So price came back, mitigated this key level here, like a breaker block, and it's meant to continue trading downwards. As the target for this level, the target will be here. This is the sell side liquidity. So I expect price to trade back into this level, serving as a drawn liquidity. Alright. So if I get an entry, I'll definitely tag us or call our attention to it, and so that we can sell it way down. We can hold the sell to the downside. That's for a NZD-CHF. Then for AD card, with AD card now has two breaker structures downwards, and two breaker structure, meaning, for example, just look at what I mean though. This is a field breaker structure. You can see this is one move here, and this is a field break because price fails to break above but drops downwards. But the external structure, which is the main structure, was still bullish because it broke out from this range. So what price might be likely to be doing is it wants to mitigate our time frame period to continue in this level. So let's check 8 hours. 8 hours to cut off the noise that I'm seeing in this level. Exactly. I knew it would cut out. So it mitigated this POI here. Let's bring it back. Yes. So 8 hours. It mitigated the other block in the 8 hour time frame and immediately rejected upwards. So next point is to find maybe an engulfing candle or something. Oh, beautiful. So we have an engulfing candle here. I'm not alone. So we have an engulfing candle here, and so we can enter this when it does something like this. Alright, and you can trade it up to the next drawn liquidity. Let me find that one for you. The next high, overall high, is what I'm looking for. Okay, yes, here. So that's where it's suitable to hold to, because if price is going to break that structure, it's going to definitely clear up that high. What's going on? It's not moving on. Okay, so we are buying here, you obviously, because of the engulfing candle. Alright, engulfing candle. So that's AD card, by the way. Then we have ADCHF. I think I'm selling a here. I know I'm selling one of these things. I sold not quite long before the call early in the morning. I sent it first to Signal Group. Oh, wonderful. So I'm selling ADCHF right now. I'm selling it now. I surrender all to you. All of you that have not surrendered your life to Christ, come and surrender this morning. So, proceeding, right? We have ADCHF, and I'm selling because let me show you why I'm selling. From 4 hours, I can see it, but you cannot see it. Let me show you. So I have that. I have a broker structure here, and I also have a broker structure here. So let's show you. This is it. Everything I see. Oh yeah. So this is the broker structure, right? Yes. Number 1. And this is another one. Number what? Number 2. You know what that means already, right? 2 broker structure tells you your trend. And so we have 1 broker structure, we have the second broker structure. What is the trend? Bearish. And so that's why I'm taking this sell, and I'm planning to just sell for just 5 hours alone. It's not all to 5. Okay, this low, it was supposed to be 5 arrow. Maybe my entry was not right, but I'm selling down to this low here. I would have extended it to 5, but no, I'm not doing that. I target swing lows. Let me use swing points. I target them. Only few people understand what I'm saying, but I say target swing points. Anytime I'm trying to target a swing trade or take a swing trade, I used to identify 2 swing points from the 1 hour time frame. Let me just show you. It won't hurt me to tell you what this is. So, example, this is the last low that was formed here. Normally, a lot of persons that want to take profits will take profit here, but for my own system, I can extend my own profits. Why? So where this one ends, I can see this is one swing low, and this is the second swing low. So if you go back and you check most of the trades that I take, and you try and check them, you see that my take profits are usually set on the second swing point. So this is swing point number 1 here. Swing point number 1 is not my target, but swing point number 2 is my target, because according to my system, most of the time before price reverses is when price gets to swing point 2. I wouldn't know this if I did not journal, and I wouldn't know this if I did not backtest and also tested it in the live market. So that's very important detail I've shared for you. It might not work for you the same way it's working for me, because I took my own time to derive and to form it. So that's the reason why I'm selling. By the way, I'm selling because it's bearish and I don't need liquidity here, because it's not choppy, it's just one move. So I'm selling that down on AUDCHF. Then for AUDNZD, I don't know what this motherfucker is doing, but it's choppy here, and when we go down to 2 hour time frame, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. That is choppy. You can see all this movement is choppy. So I expect that liquidity will be swept, and if liquidity is swept, we would need to find a POI that will be responsible, like will take price again. And I'm very sure that we're not going to find them in all this time frame. So let me see. Okay, yeah, I've seen it. So this would be the best level to buy again from. For a swing trader, or emphasis please, for a swing trader. So you're not swing trading, don't do this at home. So this will be the best level again for me to buy from. So I know it might not come in the next week, it may come maybe after 2 weeks, but that's where I'm going to buy from. That's the most preferred level to buy for me. Like I said, I buy at extreme levels, I sell at extreme levels. I don't care how long it takes, that's what I do. Alright, so that's the AUDNZD. Then for CADJPY also missed our sell, but since structure has not been formed from the 4 hour time frame, I'll leave it alone. I had a sell here on 2 hours. Oh, one of the songs we grew up listening to, or one of the songs I grew up listening to is playing. My God is awesome. Alright, so this is the 2 hour level I am trying to sell this from. I don't know if price will come there, but even with the way this thing is tiny, this PUI is tiny, I'm very certain if price comes there, I will extend my stop loss. Because you guys know me for that thing. I don't like tight stop loss. If it's tight, I'm not interested in doing it. I don't want to. I don't want to. This one that my router is showing yellow. This thing can cut anytime soon. If it cuts, it don't cut though. Hey, it does refuse to turn blue. So that's for card JPY, by the way. And the last one, it has turned back to blue. Okay. So the last one is, okay, no, this is not the last one. This card CHF. So for card CHF, what we have is a bullish move. You know, we had this CP here, 4.35R, and I marked this key level here, but price has not pulled back to mitigate it. But I'm seeing something else. Hold on, I'm seeing something else. My God is awesome. So there is a break of structure here. You can see this break of structure obviously. And I taught you anatomy of break of structure already. I don't already give a name. Jesus. Anatomy of break of structure. How big is just break of structure? I taught you how to use break of structure, right? I said what? If this thing needs to misbehave. If price breaks structure this way, right? If price is breaking structure this way, then you expect a sweep of liquidity, right? I think that one I have said it countless times. I've said it a million times. If price breaks structure this way and leaves a choppy market, it doesn't leave an imbalance, it doesn't leave a fair value gap, which is imbalance fair value gap, or an opening gap, then that kind of market will look for liquidity to sweep. And in this case, where's liquidity? Here, which is the origin of that break of structure. So this level is begging to be swept. So let's see, is there a POI below it? Because that's the next thing I told you to do. So I can't see a fair value gap in 4 hours. I can't see a fair value gap in, let me check first in 8 hours. I prefer using 8 hours before dropping way down. Okay, I see there's a fair value gap in 8 hours, but I can't use that. So let's see 1 hour. 1 hour will be my last straw. Either a fair value gap or okay. I know what this one wants me to use. From experience, this is what I'm going to use. This other block here. So reduce this. This one becomes liquidity spot. So the moment price taps into this level, He's great, awesome God. So yeah, the moment price taps into this level, I'm looking forward to buy. So I'm adding the alerts. Card CHF, buy card CHF, buy you, buy you. Hey, I will soon subscribe this thing. It's supposed to expire. What today's date is what? 5th. Today's date is 5th. So I think I will still buy. I will soon subscribe rather. I don't even know when it's supposed to expire. That's the funny thing. But I know it's supposed to expire very soon. I did it a few months back. Let's see. Oh, it's not in this email. So that's for card CHF. Once price comes into, okay, on the 6th. Oh, it will expire on the 6th. Today is 5th. To mix it tomorrow. What the heck? So tomorrow I have to subscribe it again. Alright. No wahala. No wahala. So for card CHF, price drops into this POI, we're gonna be buying again. My God is awesome, oh Lord. So take note of it. If you want to buy, you want to follow me and buy, right? You can buy from that level for card future. I think the next one should be BTC USD. I'm already used to that one. Yes, Bitcoin is really dropping. Bitcoin is really dropping. We sold shortly, last week here, just 3 hours, and I don't know what we want to do next. Price is still selling hard, and I'm not seeing any reversal or anything. I don't usually trade counter trades, but price has gone low. The last time price was here was in June this year. So hopefully it picks up again because it's supposed to. But let's just see what happens. If I have a projection for it to buy, because it's to buy, it needs to buy again. So if I have projections to buy, then I'll send it to us. And also, it is when price is this deep. Let me show you from the daily time frame. It is when price is this deep that you as an investor might be looking forward to. Okay, you've not been holding Bitcoin before, so this is an opportunity for you to hold Bitcoin. Because if you even look at it from there's a sweep of liquidity here, but this is the problem for those ones that trade structures alone without direction, and you just trade Quasimodo, because this is like a Quasimodo entry model here, but you fail to put into consideration this other flow, because the market here has another flow. Because look at this is the last break of structure here. So if you want to check it, you mark it down like this. This is the first break of structure that occurred here. That's one. Price went up, sweep liquidity. That's two. So this structure right now is bearish until it's proven otherwise. Until structure forms otherwise, it is bearish for now. So you cannot be looking forward to maybe doing something else. Alright. So I just have to put that out. And price is really low right now. So this is what I'll tell you to do. This is what I can tell you to do. Because this is daily time frame. Once we have a breakout from this level, we can start looking forward to buy. Let me show you why. So this was this year. This is this year. The last time it broke out from a daily structure. This is it. You see the way it broke out, right? Immediately it broke out from the daily structure. See where it got to before it started reversing. It got to the 126, and then that's why I'm telling you that if price trades and do whatever I want to do and it breaks out from here, then it's an opportunity to, maybe for those of you that want to buy and hold, it's an opportunity to buy and hold. Like you wait for a retest and then buy and hold. Alright, so that's for BTC USD Coinbase. Whew. So I think the next one we're coming back to DXY. I think the position that we're presently on is on gold. So next one we'll check the fundamentals for this week. Like I said I think I'm the only one that is buying gold. You said something, I didn't hear you.
Like before you round up, can you hear me show back? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I said before you round up, can you hear me show back the entry for GBP old and GBP card?
Okay, I'll just send it to you now. GBP card.
Okay.
So this is for gold. You see, expecting it to go up and up and up and up. But let's see. I think I'm the only one buying this thing. Majority of the people that on the TL have been seeing, everybody wants to sell, everybody wants to use me and do exit liquidity. No Allah. So for the fundamentals for today is Wednesday, the 5th of November. We have, is this thing going to come out? I think it was postponed, right? Okay. Because because the United States is saying shut down. United States did shut down. Donald Trump no focus on reopening his own government. He say he want to come and bomb Nigeria. That guy don't know what's wrong with him. Oh. So by 2:15 today. No, this is not correct. This time is not correct. I set the time correctly. Hold on. Yeah, adjusting settings as a guest. Yeah, who is a guest? Which guest? Casablanca. Hey, why 8:30 a.m. now, Abi? It's showing me 7:30. It has set now. It's set correctly.
Change.
I've changed it. I've changed it.
I thought you changed that plus one to Windows
No. It's normally we use UTC plus one, so that's it's correct now. So by 2:15, we should be expecting the news here. But I think it might be tentative. I think it might shift because they are still on shutdown. So it might be tentative. It just might be tentative. But there are some news that they were supposed to release like weeks back, but they had to like postpone it and they fixed the date to be released. So this one might be one of them. This one might be one of them. So by 2:15, this news does not really used to carry weight. The one I've told you before, the news you should be scared of are CPI's GDP, CPI's GDP NFPs. Again, CPI, GDP, NFP, okay, and FOMC. So CPI, GDP, FOMC, and NFPs. That's all. Nothing else. The rest of them, you see, monetary policy, they don't really move that much. No, they don't. They don't really move that much. So, for USD, I expect the news by 2:15. It might be moved again. I don't know. So it might be moved. Just expect the news 2:15 and 4 p.m. also. There's supposed to be a scheduled news by 4 p.m. ISM service. Then the last news for today is around 10:30 p.m. I don't know which trading by that time, but you need to be arrested because Asian session is not even by 10:30 p.m. Not that time. No. So by 10:30 p.m. there will be a news on CAD. Okay. Yeah. So at 30 minutes away from, or 28 minutes away from when London session is going to open, you know, due to the daylight shift now, whatever it's called, everything has shifted with, you know, few hours. So London session is starting by 9. London session starting by 9. So just take note of that, right? Take note. I don't think there's anything else. Just this. We've analyzed majority of the pairs that we trade. Yeah. And we're all set already. I think the last thing, or the only thing I can tell you is there are some of you, I'll use this word, there are some of you feel pressured already. You are feeling pressured that you've not really achieved a lot of things this year. You feel pressured that the year's come to an end and you want to do a lot of things. But let me just tell you the truth. The truth is you cannot physically, except it happen divinely, right? That you have 11 months in one or 10 months blessings in one. You cannot achieve all of what you want to achieve that you did not achieve for 10 months in 1 month if you've not been putting in the work. Emphasis on if you have not been putting in the work. But for the ones that have been putting in the work from January till now, and you've just been moving every day, you've been taking one step. Every day you didn't see any result up until this moment. You've just been moving, and you've just been moving. I'm telling you the truth. Even before this year runs to an end, right? You will still see something significant as long as you've been moving in the right direction. You'll be moving alongside with what works. Because for something to really last, for something that will last, it will take your time. Alright, it will take your time. So continue. Don't break out of character. I usually say that don't break out of character. Out of character in this sense, what I'm usually referring to is you made a plan, you've been working with the plan, don't break that plan. Keep at it, continue working with that plan. Because the moment you do something else, everything you've been trying to build for the past 11 months can all crumble once. It is hard to build. It is very easy to scatter. I repeat, it is very hard to build, but it's very easy to scatter. Have you seen a building? They don't want to build the building, they lay the foundation, they start bricking, pour the block, the cement, the concrete and everything, and once the house is standing, the house is standing firm. If they want to use a bulldozer to bring that house down, it will not take them less than a day. And for them to build that house, maybe it took them like 6 months to 8 months. But they want to take that house down, the full structure of that house, with a bulldozer, it will not take less than a day, just one day, and that house will be completely down. So it is very hard to build, but it is very easy to break down, to scatter everything that you built. And that's why you should work meticulously, work circumspectly. Let me use the word that the Bible uses. You work circumspectly, so you work very smart. Don't break your plans. You've been working and you've not been seeing your results. Continue, just continue. As long as you're doing what you got the blueprints from somebody that it has worked for that person, it will definitely work for you. So don't lose hope yet. Don't try to pass your account once. No, don't do it. I have systems I can trade that I can just pass my account once, but there's proper accounts that I trade, but I don't see it that way. If it takes me a month to pass my proper accounts, I will comfortably stay with 1 month and pass the proper accounts. Yes. If it takes me, because you don't expect me, I saw something the other day, I have to make a post about it. You don't expect me to buy an account for $500 to maybe $1,000, and then you are saying that you want to pass the account in a day. Even you, as long as it's money that you worked for, even you would not want to do that. But because maybe probably you bought the account for $10 or $15, okay, it's just small, even reach 30,000 naira now. Might just blam. No, don't do that. There is something about growth and momentum. Keep the pace. Have you seen people that run marathon? You keep the pace long enough to pick up speed. You keep the pace long enough to pick up speed. So, point is, you're feeling pressured about passing your proper account. Don't feel pressured about passing it. Take your time. There is a good friend of mine that I know. This one is not Densi. I know when he bought the accounts. We started trading together at the same time. We went to the same school. He has been of a very good help to me. Right? We went to the same university. We graduated at the same time. We studied in the same department, economics department. Very good friend of mine. So it's not like I heard the story from another person. No, I knew when he bought the accounts, an FTMO account. He bought for 100k accounts, right? It took him close to 6 months to 8 months to pass the account. 6 to 8 months to pass and receive money from the account. 6 months to pass the account alone. To just pass the account alone. It took him 6 months plus to pass it alone. If it were to be some persons, you'd have been pressured. You are seeing different payouts on the timeline and all that, and you just want to do this. Your body doesn't move, your body doesn't cash you. You just want to enter. You want to just use big lot size. You want to just pass the account. If you check the genesis, the onset origo, the genesis of most of the blown accounts, they are because of over leveraging. You want to just risk 5%, 3%, more than 1% once and pass your account once. What happened to probabilities? What happened to working with a sustainable risk system? What happened to that? If you will not treat your business, in a certain way, don't treat your proper account that same way. Because a lot of persons have made a lot of money. See, if you interview or you have the chance to ask people that have made a lot of money trading proper accounts, right? You would be amazed at what they do. They have systems and structures that they trade. Do you think that Tech Chris, before he got to where he is today, if he was living the gambling lifestyle, that is just risks anyhow, you think he's going to be where he is today? Do you think that he will be one of the top traders in Funded Next, or Wednesday, or Stargirl? I can name them, a lot of them, like give them the accolades. These guys are amazing traders. You think that when they risk and when they trade, they don't have a sustainable risk system? They do. And that's why they make the money that they make now. They didn't start making $10,000. They didn't start making $20,000. There were times where they just withdrew, their payout was just $500. There were times where they just withdrew and their payout was just $300. They were those times. That's the thing about pace and momentum. As long as you're walking in that pace, you are building momentum. Momentum built on the right track will give you a progressive growth. It's something that you cannot fall down once. No, you are building it. You are not jumping there, you are building it. Are you getting it now? So see, trading as a career is the only thing I do. I trade full time. So I understand these things, that for you to stay here for the long term, you have to build up. You don't rush, don't appear before your time. You build it up. You are building your psychology, you are building your system, you are building your age, you are building everything. Alright? So the year is coming to an end. Don't feel pressured. It's normal to be pressured, but don't react to that pressure, because you are normal. You are a human being. You are not a robot. You have a heart. You can feel. You have skin. You can feel pain. You can feel sad. You can feel, you feel, right? But don't succumb to it. Don't give in to it. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't give in to it. Some of you are thinking that this year you need to make your first 10K. You need to make your first $1,000. It's fine. It's good. But there's one plan we call go no go plan in economics. When we're talking about business, a go no go plan. If you plan that you want to make $1,000, right, but you keep on working towards that, you're not able to make 1,000, you make 400, you still won. You made something. Are you getting it now? So don't react to your pressure. It's okay to feel pressured, but don't react to it. Don't give in to it. Keep working at the pace where you are. You're struggling, keep working. You will move away from the struggling phase. You're trying to scale, keep working. You will move away from that scaling to where you're now comfortable. It takes time, but it's worth it. Dax is not where he is today now because he gambled. He didn't gamble his way up there, right? There were times we saw it on the timeline when he was posting $1,000, as a payout, or as profits in a week, in a month. I remember when he said he used to be so happy when he withdraws $5,000 in a month. But Dax now makes close to $200,000 in a week, that we know of, or in a month. But they didn't just get there once. Now they did not just get there once. Alright, so move. As long as you are moving, putting one step in front of the other, as long as you are doing that, I put it to you, you'll be successful. As long as you are working with a blueprint, a framework that works. I repeat, a framework that, because most times you feel like I'm going to make this thing work for me, and not just that. You feel like they'll tell you do what works for you. No, do what works, not just what works for you, because you might be on the wrong track thinking that yes, it's still going to work for me. That's a compensational talk. Don't compensate yourself like that. To do what works, find the people that are successful and follow what they do. That's what the Bible says. It says follow them who through faith have obtained the promise. These guys are living your reality. Follow them. If you know that they are dubious, because you have the spirit to discern, if you know that they are dubious, you yourself, you would know. Just go back and step back. But we know a few persons that we know they are very successful in this industry and they are doing well for themselves now. They're very comfortable. Do you think it's easy for techies to be gifting people 50,000 naira? I want to send money to some persons now. I'll send just, is this an alert? I want to send money to some persons now. I will send just maybe 5,000, 10,000 and all that, right? Do you think it's easy for techies to be sending 50,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 50,000 naira? Do you think some people's salary is 50,000 naira in a month? I'm speaking to you people now. You people know what I'm talking about. Yes, you know that some people's salary in a month is 50k. Especially teachers. They don't regard teachers in this our country, and it's annoying, right? So especially teachers and some persons, their salary is not to 50k. Some people, their salary is not up to 50k. Do you know why? Because even if they are paying them 100k or 150k, the transportation alone has taken more than half of that money. So when I say salary and no income, when their transportation has been taken off, the money that is left for them to expend, that money that is left for them to expend. Oh, this network has cut. Mountains and move. Can you hear me now? Cletus, can you hear me? Network went off for a bit there. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Alright. So, like I was saying, right? I was saying some people, right? Their salary is not 50k. You know them. Some of them you even know them. It's the truth. You know them. So if you are making $50 now, be proud of your $50 that you are making. You are making $20. Be proud of it. Come on. I remember there are days I just used to make $10. I'm proud of it. And $5. I'm proud of it. Okay, you don't jump up. You don't just, you build. So something that is going to be sustainable, you build. Tekris didn't get to where he is by gambling. Stargirl, Wednesday, and many others, many of them, they didn't get to where they. Have you heard of Chucks? Some of you don't know Chucks. They didn't get to where they are right now because they just gambled. No, they had a plan. They stuck to the plan. Was it easy? No. I used to tell some people, for people that are close to me, I'll tell you, I say, see, if something is easy to do, you won't really see your jackpot inside. But if it's hard to do, there are many people say that this thing is so hard, it's so hard. That's where your success will be. As long as you can make it work, it's going to work for you. So that's just my own message to you guys this morning. You're feeling pressured, it's okay to feel pressured. It's very much okay to feel pressured. It's very okay to feel it. But what is not okay is for you to give in to that pressure. Don't give in to the pressure. Be the one in control. Are you getting it now? So yeah, I'm going to end the session now, and I'll see you on Friday by the same time. I'm going to come back, I'm going to continue. Those ones that want to reach out to me, have questions or whatever, right? Send a DM and I will respond. So take care of yourself. And yes, we can't end this session without telling you this. If you've not made your morning prayers, make sure you pray. Commit your day to God's hands. Commit your week, the remaining part of this week, to God's hands. And I pray that God will lead and guide you. Alright? So I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourself and bye for now.